Hello, hi, it's Liz here and I'm back with the little altered book that I'm going to be using for this year's Dephemerember, which is December ephemera, and the prompts have been published on the YouTube channels and Instagram of Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and Louise Heinzel. So if you want to join in, the prompts are there now. It doesn't start till the 1st of December. I have just quickly jotted them down on a piece of paper because I have plans to either stamp them out or type them up or do something with them. There's also a list you can download and print it off yourself if you want to do that. But today I thought I would do the first couple of pages because I just want to create a heading on this page and a little pocket on this page to keep my prompt list. Probably not especially this one, but the nicer one that I make will keep in that page. So my plan is these are 2 pages which naturally, because of the way the book is made, it stays together. They've been glued down there in this old book. So I want to glue those 2 pages together and then I'm going to glue them onto that cover and then cover that piece because it just naturally seems to always want to be over there, which would be annoying if I keep wanting to open it. And there seems to be some sort of thing going on, some sort of either old repair or the way the book was made. So I'm going to glue these 2 together and then I'm going to start decorating. I was going to do it off camera and then I thought, no, you'll maybe want to see right from the start what I'm going to do. So we'll just use a little bit of glue stick and get these 2 pages together. So I can't believe the 1st of December is nearly here and they publish the prompts a few days early so that you can get a head start if you want. But Barbara and Louise do a video every day to show you what they've done with the prompts and as inspiration. So you'll be able to see a video there every day. I'm not promising a video every day. Full of good intentions always. I could say, yes, I'm going to do a video every day with the prompt, and no, that won't happen, then I'll feel bad. Poor Scott, Christmas 1938. It's going to be in there, like that. Yeah, I'll do every prompt, but there won't be necessarily a video for every prompt. It might be every other prompt, or I might do 2 or 3 prompts in the one video. It depends how easy I find the prompts and what I can think of. Oh dear, I'm just going to put some washi down this bit here because it is a little bit, I don't know if a page has been torn out or what, but we will just I'm just going to take that first piece off because I don't think it's as sticky as it should be. There, that's fine. That opens up nicely now, just like that, without a page sticking up. Okay, so I have a little selection here of papers, and I was thinking that first of all we will do this on that page to cover that, and then we will use a piece of that in the centre, and then I'm going to stamp my heading. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So I just want to cover this. So let's just put a little notch there and a little notch there. The other side is nice too, but I do quite like, because I'm going to be covering it up, so well, not covering all of it up, covering bits of it up. Okay. Yeah, that's fine there. Right, I'll get that down. I'm going to start using this 3-in-1 because this is quite thick paper, and I've already just used glue stick for that, and I don't want it all to come apart. Not that the glue stick won't hold it if it's just light paper, but with this being just a little bit heavier, I just don't want, and there's glue all over my sleeve. Turn the paper rather than turn your hand all over the glue. And there, that'll do that. Does it have, it does, it has a little border, so let's put the border at the bottom. Why not? I always like to close it over so that I know I'm not getting a crease there. And we could quickly have taken it off before the glue sets. Right, so now we want to decide, I want a little central piece. And I quite like this bit here. Oops, as I draw accidentally all over it. So a little central piece so that I can put my head in. Maybe about there. Maybe about there. So the Christmas tree is up quite early this year because we have visitors coming on Friday. We've got friends coming, and we just wanted to do the Christmas clean. And if we were going to do the Christmas clean, we might as well put the decoration. Well, we only have a tree and a few wee bits and bobs. That's quite nice, isn't it? So I want to stamp Dephemerember on this, or do I want to stamp it on that and then cut out each letter? I think now I've got two sets. There's a decision to be made here before I stick this down. I've got this little stamp set, and I have this stamp set, one of my favourites. But I think Dephemerember, if I use these, it's going to be too long across the way. Dephemerember 2022 is what I want to put there. But I could do it long ways. That might be quite nice. Or I could stamp each letter on and then cut out each letter and put it on top of that. stamp each letter, or are we going to stamp it on here and hope for the best that each letter comes out nicely? I've got another piece of this. If it all goes pear-shaped, but see, I like that. I'm going to use the big one and I'm going to do it there. Dephemerember 2022. Does it matter that it might be quite nice to be sideways? Do you know, I'm going to leave it just now. I'm going to leave the stamping just now, and I'm going to do this other page with the pocket for the... So I've got this for a pocket, and plus I might want to stitch round this before I stick it down. That just reminded me, when I lifted this pocket, I thought, no, I want to stitch round that, and I was wanting to stitch round that too, but it's stuck down now. So that's okay, not to worry. Right, background piece for this. I've had this for like forever. My Mind's Eye Holly Jolly 2010. My goodness, 12 years that's been kicking about. So there's reindeers on one side, or deers, or stags, or whatever. Quite like the polka dots. There's nothing like a nice polka dot, I think. Right, so that should be just the same size as that. Let's do that. We'll cut it there, and we will cut it here. Feels nice to use up a piece of paper that you've looked at every year for 12 years. Oh my goodness. Then I wonder, did I not use it because I didn't like it? Or did I not use it because I really, really did like it and didn't want to use it? Either way, it's getting used now. Now, okay, it's the same size as that, but how come? How come it's too little for that? Doesn't matter. We'll ink round the edge. That's what we'll do. We'll ink round. Right, get this on. I'm not going to stitch round it because I didn't stitch round the other side. Yeah, so we put the tree up so it's nice. Nice and Christmassy. I'm wondering if I want another bit of washi down there. And we will need to trim round that as well. Right, this bundle of stamps is in the way. There. I'm just going to go in halfway round that green border. And then that should be the right size. Who measures? Nobody. Well, not me. Not really. I'll use this side. Yeah, that's fine. Near enough. So we'll stitch round that. So that's the pocket for my prompts. Yep, that'll do nicely. So where were we? We were thinking, what are we going to do with the stamping? Because on here I want to stamp prompts, prompt list, something like that. I want to stamp, I've got my two VersaFines to decide whether I want sepia or black as well. So many decisions. Right, first of all, I think I'm wanting some washi down here. Have I got broad Christmas washi? Snowmen. Snowmen doesn't really go with the look of this page. I think what we'll do is we'll put the brown on again. Let me just reach for a little card, see if this does the trick. Near enough. That's okay. Right, that's better. Didn't like that join. You've seen the hard edges down there, so that's better. Now, let's think. We've got our pocket for the prompts, and we've got our piece for the heading. And we are going to stamp. I've been putting off this stamping. I keep saying I'm going to stamp, and now I'm like, Right, now I think prompt list, we'll do that in the large, and then we'll see how we go. Now, vintage sepia. Let's try, so prompt list, capital P or a little p. Will we do them all little or will we give it a capital? Let's give it a capital. Yes, we'll use the vintage. Right. Let me just get things in place. Right, just randomly prompt list, P-R-O-M-P-T. So I've got 6 letters, so about 3. We'll just start. Do you know what? I'm going to write it. Because I want it to end, so P-R-O-M-P-T-L-I-S-T, and I want my T to be about here to tie in with this flower. So let's do the T first, and let's work backwards. So T and P. That's the only thing about this set. Sometimes they're a wee bit tricky to get out the box if you don't have long nails. O. And I quite like sometimes if I get a little extra bit of ink on from the square. I think that adds a little bit of something. Right. And list. We don't need to do this one backwards. I can work out 4 letters because these will be well over. And the I, and then we'll take it to the sewing machine. Well, I'm saying we, I will take it to the sewing machine. And S-T, got the T out already? There. Okay. So, and once I've got my nicer prompt list, that'll go in there nicely. Yep. Maybe put something up here. Maybe have a little look through the stickers or whatnot. Okay, before we take this to the sewing machine, let's do this. Let's decide, do we want the same writing but up and down the way, or do we want a different writing, a different font, different stamps across the way? I think I want the same. I think it'll look cool up and down the way. Add a little bit of interest. Right. So now, should I just put the camera off for this? Do you want to sit and watch me stamping about 12 letters? Now, do I mind where it starts and stops? I don't want to run out of space. So prompt, let's see if we can work this out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 letters. And that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's about just over double the length of prompt. So I really do need to start near the edge. So say that just goes up to the edge of that flower. All very scientific, don't you think? Right, so we need to start about here. Right, now this is going to be a wee bit of a 5-minute faff, so I think I will put the camera off, continue stamping, because I think you get the gist. And I will continue to stamp, and then I will stitch around the edge. Okay, I'm back, and I have stitched round this little postcard, faux postcard, and I'm happy with that. This, not happy so much. I'm sure you don't notice that that R is actually on being stamped the wrong way around. Trust it to be the last letter, but I'm just going to go with it. I don't think it's that noticeable. I also stamped this 2022. I've got this random stamp set that I think I got in the supermarket. It's just big numbers. So I don't have a maker's name for that, but you can get large number stamps quite easily. And I think I'm just going to put that there. I also, for the first time, used this stitch on my sewing machine. I have never used that stitch before. I'm just not sure that I like it. I've seen it on other people's things, and I thought, oh, that looks quite cool, but not sure about it. But hey ho, it's there now, and I'm just going to go and stick everything down. But before I do that, I think when we ink, well, let's just stick the ink round the edges. Do I want the edges of that inked first? We want all the edges inked. So I've got my tea dye, distress ink, and a little bit of spongy stuff, because my little round things, applicator things, are really past their best. And this comes in a big sheet, and you just cut little bits off, and I just find that, you know, it's just a little bit more economical than buying those new foamy things. And if it's just for randomly going round the edge, then it doesn't need to be the fancy round things. The fancy round things are quite good if you're going to be using. Right, that's stuck down, that's right. Let's just see if we can just add a little bit. There, this one's not stuck, so we can do this. It was mainly for the sake of this one anyway, because I've got a tiny little border there, which will blend in, we hope. Yeah, it's not bad. Yep, that'll do it. Right, so we've got our heading and we've got our place to keep our prompt list. And then we'll do a little bit of stickeroonies up there. I quite like the little thread tails. And we have to remember that we don't need to glue down. So I wonder if, do we want a little notch? Nah, notches are so last year. Right, let's not get glue in the middle here or it won't be a pocket. A wee string there. Right. A nice home for the prompt list. And we'll keep this scribbly one in it just now for the meantime. Wait a minute, up here. So I have this and that, Echo Park 2012. Oh, okay. Do we want some bunting? Or do we want Santa and his deers? The bunting isn't all one stamp, it's all little stamps, so we've got to decide. I don't know, there's something about the bunting. Let's try that middle one. Is it going to see they're quite small? There's quite a lot of border left on there. I think we'll go for the bunting. We'll put it about there. seems as good a place as any to go. And then we'll just hope for the best, that it meets a sensible point. It's not really, but I should have done it all over a wee bit. Oh, that's not too bad. Now, what I should really get is 2 little bits of twine and put 2 little bows at the end of that. But that'll just be too much of a faff just now, so we won't bother just now. I'll just leave it and see. That might make it too bulky anyway. I'm maybe going to have to make a, you know, a closure thing, maybe. Because I think this will bulk out a little bit. Right, well, that's as good to go for the day after tomorrow. This is the 29th of November. Tomorrow's the 30th, payday, yay. And then it'll be Thursday, yeah. We do the first fluff mason jar. Oh, fluff. Oh, need to think about that. Mason jar. Oh. Right. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for today. So thanks for joining me, and if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.